Gotta save it. What were we just talking about? Let's talk about Burger King.
Should you and I... No. Should you and I just... so that we don't accidentally do anything too good, should we just both sing the McGruff the Crime Dog Crack Cocaine song for 2.5 minutes?
I don't know
I finish this last one? Well, you don't know that? You don't remember the chorus?
Not so confidently that I could help out.
Oh, well, allow me to assist you. Here we go.
I told Kyle to listen to a podcast, and he has been enamored with the one-time only ending song of the episode. That
I guess they end every episode with a different song, but this one was a doozy.
Yeah.
Here we go. 'Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's dangerous trouble behind it. And sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind.
I helped out with clapping.
Oh boy. McGruff the Crime Dog voice is hard to sing in.
Yeah, kudos to that dog for being able to sing in that weird voice.
Yeah. So this... God damn it.
Did my claps help at all? Did it add anything?
If anything, I believe it detracted. Oh. Hey, why is the rain not putting out my fire shield? Do you want to talk about this right now?
It's a shield, dude.
Yeah, but if I went in some water, fire shield would go right
out.
Well,
water is way more wet than rain is.
That's true. Where wetness is concerned,
water
far outstrips a simple rain. You already know this because we talked about it. Just for the people listening at home, I had a lot more fun thinking about that song when there was no context given.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who is this fucking gruff-ass voiced lunatic singing this crazy song about not doing crack and cocaine? What is this? And then you looked it up when I told you about it, and it was McGruff the Crime Dog. And I was like... Oh, like it's hilarious! It's hilarious that McGruff the Crime Dog sang a song about crack and cocaine, but also now, like, that's way too much explanation for that song.
It makes a lot more sense when it's like, oh, this is a crime dog singing this, not just like a guy.
Just like a not just somebody who couldn't get anybody that could sing to sing his crack and cocaine song, so he just said, "Screw you guys, I'll do it myself."
Someone in the DEA's office was like, "Yeah, I can carry a tune." Like, good, because we have a song we need you to sing. Crack and cocaine. It's a good tune.
Yeah.
It's a catchy tune.
It is.
It's rude, though. There's a whole section where it talks about if you're doing cocaine, you're wasting your life.
Yeah, I'm
like, that's rude. There's a lot of people that do cocaine that are just fine.
There was this Adam Ruins Everything segment about how, like, mammograms are not nearly as useful as people think they are, and mostly what they just do is freak people out when they get false positives, because there's a 10% likelihood of getting a false positive when you get one, and that's not including all the times when it catches benign cancers and because all it can do is just detect cancer. It doesn't know whether it's benign or malignant.
Right. For tumors, not cancers.
But anyways, they showed this poster ad from the 80s. It said, like, it just looked like a very concerned-looking woman, and it said, if you haven't gotten a mammogram recently, you need more than your breast examined. And they're like, wow, insulting. Par for the course for the 80s, I guess. It's, like, so fucking true.
The 80s was a bad time.
Yeah.
A lot of time was a bad time.
Oh, yeah, most of time.
Most of time has
pretty
been
much
bad.
Everything that's ever happened has been bad, like, except the first 3 Sonic games.
Yeah, that's it. There's only been 3 good periods of time, and there were the periods of time where people were finding Sonic 1, 2, and 3.
And that's only if you're ignoring Sonic CD.
Yeah. If you like Sonic CD, you need more than just your breast exams.
Oh, boy.
So how's playing this level again? I know that you like Flying Battery.
Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Here's the...
All right.
Well, the thing is, I have, since we last met...
Did you play too much Sonic and now you're bored of Sonic?
No. I'm not, like... I mean... Listen, I played a bit of Sonic. That's, you know... Listen, Kyle's just gonna do what Kyle does. And what Kyle does, play Sonic.
God, you're the worst.
What? What? There's nothing...
Last time you were like, you snatched the controller out of my hands to play Flying Battery. And now you're like, Flying Battery, you should fine, whatever.
I guess so. I mean, whatever.
You know what Sonic does well?
What?
He can run super fast.
Dude, yeah.
And no, the Sonic level, I think that the thing that I like about Sonic levels has always been like running on a thing and going through a loop, and then you're going down through the floor because it's actually perspective that you're not seeing. You know what I mean?
Okay, sure.
There's a ton of that in this level, and it's really good.
Man, this
sucks.
All I can think about, I'm a lot better at it now. All I could think about when you were saying that just now was I saw somebody, like if it was a YouTube video or something, someone was criticizing this game like, yeah, like, oh, you know, I think it was someone who tweeted me personally on Twitter, so sorry if I'm, like, calling you out or whatever, but they were like, yeah, I like Sonic Mania, but, like, still had there's still too many parts where, like, the game slows down. It's like, you can't just be doing crazy automatic, like, the thing about the fast parts of Sonic
We've been saying this for years, Kyle. This is not new.
I know.
The idea that Sonic is a game where you're always running has never been true about the Sonic games that are good.
Yeah.
Like, if you're talking about Sonic Rush, then yeah, Sonic's going fast the whole time. And also, that game is not very
like,
good.
in the same way, here's an analogy. Here's a fun analogy
Give me an
for
analogy.
you. See how fucking fast I beat that guy?
You nailed that.
Fuck that.
You've been playing this a lot.
I've been playing this. When... Oh, I lost my analogy.
You have an analogy.
It was Sonic going fast. So, okay, remember in the PS1 days... Oh, well, now we gotta pause it. Or you know what? We're just starting the episode. We're talking about it. We're still... Hey, guys, welcome back. It's 2017. We're still talking about being mad at people that complain that Sonic's not always fast.
Yeah.
You remember in the PS1 generation when just the concept of FMV was amazing? So that would be like, oh, like, this RPG is 100 hours long, but every 20 hours I get a pretty video to look at, and it's like my reward. Yeah. Like, the fast parts of Sonic where you don't have to control anything, that's like your little reward that you get in the middle of the level for playing the game.
Yes.
And here we are at This is the press garden.
It's always been weird to me that people's favorite parts of the Sonic games are the parts where you're not playing it.
Yeah!
It's like, yeah, but you're not actually doing it. He's just running.
Gotta get over here, because I'm pretty sure there's a ring here. Yeah!
Nice. Good memory.
Thanks. Yeah, so we were talking about this. Last time we Sonic Mania'd, I had beaten the game with Sonic.
Yeah.
Since then... I have gotten all the emeralds with Sonic, beaten the game with Knuckles, gotten all the emeralds with Knuckles, and then I actually beat the game with Tails, and I managed to get all the emeralds, like, while I was still, like, I didn't have to beat the game and then use level select to go back and get more emeralds. Like, I got all 7 before I got to the end. That was satisfying. So I'm fucking wicked good at these special stages now.
Nice. That's good, because I was getting sick of how shit you were.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's not you. That's not you being unfair. You're right. I was just so shit before.
Dude, you see those floating bubbles? You should try to get those.
Yeah, I really should have.
That's cool. I like that.
It's hard because I was talking.
This is fun. This is good.
This is fun.
You didn't even try him that time.
Nuh-uh.
You're just gonna get it.
Yeah, just got it. Just got it.
Just got it.
There was one of the emeralds that I did as Tails. I fucking got it before I even got to Mach 3. Got it at Mach 2. I don't give a fuck.
Man.
So like when we opened up the file today and it was like, well, you're on level 4 and you only have 1 emerald, I was like, oh, dude, what were we doing before? Like, I'm so embarrassed now.
Wait, but hold on. But we hadn't lost any of those. We had only done 1 or 2.
No, I think we lost at least 1. But even then, it's also because, like, I spent a lot of time in Green Hill Zone looking for rings, and I found them.
What are these little button hat things?
I don't know. So
what is that even supposed to be?
So this is a press garden zone, right? And, of course... The thing about Sonic is when you're playing it, you're paying attention to the game and not what's in the background. So I didn't even.
This is like a newspaper level.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the newspaper reels in the background the first time, if you can believe that.
Yo, how come this game is all about how Eggman controls the world?
Yeah,
media?
I was
That's
just gonna
so
say,
weird.
like, all I knew about this level was like, I don't know, it's a printing press, and then I saw some official something like the game manual or something referred to this as like Robotnik's propaganda factory, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
like this isn't even subtext anymore.
Yeah, because it said press garden, and I was like, oh, that's funny, because press also means like media and like journalists, and I was like, I wonder what they mean by press garden in this one. And
it's,
like,
they actually
that's
mean
what they mean.
Yeah. Well, technically, isn't press garden like a garden where you meet the press, and this is a printing press? It's technically, it's different. It's the same, but it's different.
But it's referring to the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not like a button. It's not like a garden of buttons, and it's a press garden because you're pressing a lot of buttons.
What?
You know, you never seen a press garden, a button garden?
I don't know what you mean. You're making some weird button pun. You know what's funny? Earlier today, Amelia Rose was wearing a shirt with like a button on it, and she was pushing on the button. She's like, "I'm pushing the button." I was like, "Yeah, like that's not typically the kind of button you push, but yeah, sure, you are pushing a button."
Wait, what button was she pushing?
It was like a button on a shirt. You know, like
yeah, that's
for
not right.
buttoning your shirt.
Don't encourage that. That's wrong. She's gonna think that does something forever. For her whole life, she's gonna go around trying to change the volume on the TV with her shirt.
Right, yeah. You know all those, like, 25-year-olds you meet now that don't understand what buttons are? And you're like, oh, your parents didn't explain this right. Like, that's why right now Nicole is, like, way into trying to wean her off, like, her pacifier. But here's the thing. We've never given her a pacifier, like, during the day, only ever when she goes to bed. So she's already trained to only get it at bedtime, and at that point, who gives a fuck? Like, you ever seen that?
You're 100.
Like, where are all the adults that you met that like still need a pacifier to go to sleep at night? Like, literally nobody. So who cares if she's 2 and still has a pacifier?
But also, who cares if she's 100 and still has a pacifier?
Yeah, yes,
she's just having it at night.
That also, yeah.
Like, it's one thing if, like, you're at school and you're 8 and you have a pacifier at school, and other kids make fun of you.
Yeah.
But if you're sleeping with it, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I mean, it's also another thing if, like, someone's like, hey, man, you want to take this X? And you're like, well, I already got all these pacifiers.
Wait, are you saying that the pacifiers might stop her from doing E?
Oh, like if she's doing X, she won't be doing E?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think if she's doing X, she won't be doing E, and if someone offers her Molly, she'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm only on X.
E and MDMT.
Man, that blew our minds last week when Keith and I were like, we don't know the difference between ecstasy and MDMA, so
MDMT.
let's look it up.
Wait, is it MDMA? What did I say?
MDMT?
What is that?
DMT is something else.
Oh, okay.
DMT is a hallucinogen.
Yes, that's true. I'm combining 2 drugs.
So this is a really weird boss. You have to get him to shoot his saw blades at the crates, but only the green ones.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's very strange. And this might be one of the weakest bosses in the game, I don't know.
Weak is in less fun, or weak is in not powerful?
Less fun. I mean, it's
a
also
fun idea.
It's also less powerful because it's just not hitting me emotionally like the other bosses do.
Nice, got it.
So
I'm gonna try to get the chat on my phone. I forgot. I didn't do that, so I'm gonna try and.
I finally figured out what makes the I finally figured out what makes these TVs pop out of the sign when it falls down. I never knew. It's just there's just certain invisible spots on the ground that when the sign hits it, it makes a thing pop up. It has nothing to do with like how many times you hit it or anything like that.
Wait, sorry. Say it. What is it that controls it?
It's just in any given boss area, there are certain invisible spots on the ground that if the sign falls on that spot, it'll pop out a preset power-up. It's not random. It's not like anything.
That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's not weird. It makes sense. I just never knew because it's not self-evident. And so now it's like outdoors and kind of like, this is actually sort of a garden. And this is it's sort of like it's a little Japanesey. There's some Japanese flair going on here. There's not so much here, but there's like some lanterns. Yeah, you can see them.
The cherry blossoms.
I don't know if those are cherry blossoms.
Those are definitely
they're not
falling.
They're not
cherry blossoms. Look at that. Looks like they have pink petals.
They're not. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I didn't see the falling petals. I guess that's pretty typical. But like the trees themselves look more red than anything.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who knows, you go to Japan, you're just going to be surrounded constantly.
Yeah, that's all they have is cherry blossoms. Cherry blossom is actually just their word for tree because they've never encountered any other trees.
Yeah, it's sort of like the opposite of how like they say that that Eskimos have like 32 different words for snow,
which is also not true.
Right, but it's in Japan. There's only one word for tree, and it's cherry blossom. It's sort of like how in the South they call all soda Coke.
Oh God, it drives me crazy.
I want to
so stupid.
Here's my new. I have a new affectation.
Oh no!
You want to hear my new affectation?
I'd love to hear.
I'm going to start.
No! Oh, I was about to get that.
Him. That was pretty cool. I'm going to start calling soda tonic.
Yep, that's what our grandparents do.
Yeah, my dad does it.
Oh God, your dad's way too old for that. Well, dad's
his parents.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant way too young. Is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, you know what? Your dad's too young for all of the opinions he has about everything. So that's part for the course for your dad, really. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this up a little bit.
A smidge.
Just get a little bit more in there. This is, by the way,
just a skosh.
What you're hearing right now is the music at the in-game settings lets you control sound effects volume and music volume. I have music at full volume, sound effects 3 notches down from its default setting. I think the sound effects are way too loud compared to the music in this game.
Really? Do you think that?
You already know about this.
Yeah, no,
Fuck you.
You're right. You're totally right.
But I think the old Sonic games had the mixing right. I think these ones a little too quiet.
Yeah, dude, I agree. All right, how do I get? I'm trying to get to chat on my phone. Live chat. Here we go.
I don't know. Just, man, you were right. You need a laptop.
Yo.
No. Oh, that didn't hurt me for some reason. Boy, Keith.
What's up?
I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but games are a little bit harder to play when you're talking at the same time.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. We have mentioned that before, but I don't think too much.
Oh no, definitely
Gay
not.
Snake World says MDMT is a band, Keith.
Yeah, I think because you and I were like making jokes about Molly and MDMA, and we're like, "What's Molly? Molly's just a name for MDMA, right?" And then I think you were like, "I think Molly's ecstasy," and I was like, "Let's look it up." And it's just like
all three are all
they're all the same. It's like, when did someone decide ecstasy wasn't a good name anymore? We had to go to a 4-letter acronym. What?
Yeah, or a 5-letter first name.
So this guy, you have to hit him out of the air, because if you go near him when he's standing, he will karate slice you.
I
That's
like
not
that he shoots starmies at
I meant
you,
to say he will katana slice you.
Has anybody brought that up, that he's throwing star use?
His throwing stars are star use. Well, those are actually from Sonic 2. If you remember Metropolis Zone, they were all over the place. Actually, they might have been in Sonic 1, too. Sonic 1 as well.
Man, this heavy sure is hard-boiled.
Get!
Now, is he hard-boiled? Is he hard-boiled because he solved some sort of mystery?
No, that would be if they were hard-boiled detectives. These are hard-boiled heavies. It's different.
So what does he solve?
I don't know. Just lay off me, dude. I got nothing for you. Man, I'm trying to make jokes and talk about Sonic and play Sonic. Just give me a minute. See, if you look, he's pulling up that planet from Sonic CD. You know where we're going next, buddy.
That planet from Sonic CD, I think.
Welcome to Stardust Speedway. They fixed it. Confirmed garbage-ass level that looks really cool from Sonic CD is now a good level that looks really cool in Sonic Mania.
What did they do to fix it?
I don't know. They just made it not suck. Like, well, I don't know. Whatever it is that, they just made it not be dumb.
What did you hate about it before?
Here we got some of these pulleys were from Marble Garden Zone in Sonic 3. Before, it was just too confusing. Like, I would sometimes get time.
lost?
I would get like time overs because I would get stuck forever. And now, like, they managed to make it still really crazy and elaborate and confusing seeming like the original, but without the part where you get lost and hate the game. Sorry, these are like I have to hold in the direction to take the route.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. I like bouncing off those peapods.
What I think is weird, though, is that this music we're hearing right now, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't seem reminiscent at all of the music in either the English or Japanese versions of Sonic CD.
No memory of it.
Yeah. I also have not played Sonic CD in a long time, so I could be wrong.
Oh, this is very cool. This is some grow home shit.
Yeah. So that weird silver bulb that I just blew up to get that out of there, that was like the end of level thing. That, like, at the end of every Sonic CD level, you broke those, and then flowers came out, and then it was like, congratulations! You got through! Sonic got through the act.
Sonic got through the act.
Act 1.
You know, people give Super Mario Bros. 2 a lot of credit for being like a sort of... Wait, which one's the one that's like a play? Is that Sonic 3?
That's 3, yeah. 2 is the one that's a dream.
Yeah. They give a lot of credit for being like a fun play, but Sonic's always been a play. A play in 2 acts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it used to be 3-act plays every time, yeah. Whee! So you officially just can't get that chat, huh?
No, I did. It just sucked.
Like the people in the chat just weren't bringing it?
No, it's... it's just that it's like, look I only get 3 things at a time, and then if I click,
You can't do pop-out chat?
No, not on my phone.
Are you sure? Because there's no fucking way you're the first person to ever stream something and then want your own chat on your phone. Like, that's just, there's no way.
Alright, here we go. Consider that chat popped out.
Yeah. Because, sorry, I just wanted to, because I feel like a lot of our fans sometimes have things to tell us about Sonic. Why are we on this level?
Why not?
Because we already did this one.
They're giving it to you again. They know you love it.
Wait, are we playing as Kyle right now? Did I fuck up? There's no way. I just pushed the home button. No, we're
not. You were playing as the baby.
That's so weird. Oh, you know what? I lost this one last time because of the video delay. It fucked me up.
Oh, so it's like you have to do this again.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm really good at all the parts of Sonic Mania now. I'm actually worse at the Blue Spheres probably because I played a crazy amount of Blue Spheres. I perfected all 32 levels, and now I haven't touched a Blue Sphere in, like, forever.
But, like, how long is forever? Like, a couple days?
Yeah, a week, I guess. Yeah, so...
Okay, so, hey, if you were in the chat, you had something to tell us.
If you had something to tell us about the music or whatever.
Or something, then go ahead, re-say it, please. We're listening now.
Oh, here's a weird thing, Keith. Here's a fun fact for you.
Give me a fun fact, please. Give me some sort of joy in my life.
There is one Blue Sphere level in this game that I thought was one of the new ones.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't in Sonic 3 or Sonic & Knuckles. It was also really hard. It was one of the hardest ones for me. And I just thought it was new. I found out recently that what it actually was like a hidden 8th Blue Sphere from Sonic 3 that you could only unlock through like the level select code or something that was never used. And they just put it in. See, that's the people making this game. It's the people who know what the fucking secret Blue Sphere level in Sonic 3 is, and they put it in there.
You think Sonic Team knew about that secret Blue Sphere level? No.
Yeah, not even the Sonic Team that made Sonic 3 remembered that after Sonic 3 came out. You know, like that thing where you never remember the stuff about the thing that you make, but all the fans remember it?
Yeah, yeah. The version of that I always have stuck in my head is like in the shit. What's that fucking Star Wars documentary called? That came with the
Empire of Dreams.
Empire of Dreams. Yeah, the one that I remember is like Mark Hamill, who is a very engaged like guy with fans of Star Wars, and will put up with like will put up with and know stuff about Star Wars that is kind of surprising. He was talking about how like people will come up to him and ask him questions about like different types of the X-wing, and he's like, "Guys, I just have no idea."
God, like
I've had that stuck in my head. It's got to be like 10 years now, right? That I've been thinking about that.
It's so crazy because look, I get why people would think that like Mark Hamill remembers his lines from Star Wars and be like, remember when you said this thing or something, and like they expect him to remember the lines from Empire Strikes Back or whatever. But the idea that Mark Hamill would know anything about like expanded universe information is just nuts in a way I can't even process.
They asked him like a real like nuts and bolts question about how the X-wing works, and then I can't remember it was part of his main response, but he was just like the X-wing doesn't work.
It's not real. Does it bother you that in The Force Awakens they had X-wings flying in low altitude when obviously they were only designed for space travel? I just fucked up my perfect, by the way.
I know, I saw that.
Does it bother you that it's confirmed that X-wings can't fly in atmosphere, yet hack filmmaker J.J. Abrams did it anyway?
It does bother me.
Which is also not fair because in fucking the original Star Wars, you can see X-wings flying in atmosphere.
Yeah,
so
actually,
shut up!
There's a lot of...
So shut
a lot
up!
of times when X-wings fly in the atmosphere. Actually, I read a Star Wars comic where the X-wings flew in atmosphere in order to break TIE fighters that were pursuing them that cannot fly in the atmosphere.
Oh, interesting. And I really like how you just walked past the idea that you wrote a Star Wars comic?
No, I read a Star Wars comic.
Oh, fuck.
I wrote a Star Wars comic.
I was like, what? Because if you think about it, first Star Wars movie, primary source if there ever was one, X-wings flying in atmosphere. Where's the shit that says that they can't? Expanded universe bullshit. Yeah. Who are you gonna believe?
Who are you gonna believe?
Primary source.
Who are you gonna believe? The primary source or the primary source or the people who in any other instance are incapable of coming up with original shit for the universe? Like, if anything, the fucking Star Wars Expanded Universe is incapable of coming up with its own shit.
Yeah.
Except for when it's deciding to randomly and pointlessly contradict the main movies. Because that's your point about the Expanded Universe is like why are there...
Everybody's
why
one
is
thing.
Every lightsaber color blue and green and red?
Here's the thing. In the original Star Wars trilogy, there was only three lightsabers.
Yeah,
there was a blue one, a green one, and a red one. So yeah, 3 colors, 3 lightsabers makes sense. Then like Star Wars Episode 2, there's 100 Jedi, 100 green and blue lightsabers.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Future, we're going to the future. Remember this?
I do remember
this.
I remember this. Don't forget there's also Mace Windu had
the purple one. Yeah,
sorry, it's Electrum.
I'm sorry.
It's Electrum is the color of Mace Windu's lightsaber.
Uh-huh. Oh, just like how the GameCube's color is indigo?
Yes, just like that.
Man, like... Sorry if this isn't fun and games enough for you guys, but like... People needing purple to not be purple is like gross and homophobic in a way I can't handle.
Yeah, I mean indigo's a color, but it's also purple.
But it's not the color that GameCube is though. Indigo is a purplish blue, not a bright purple.
Indigo, it's super weird.
It's ugh.
If it was Crayola, I'd be like, yeah, fine, it's indigo.
No, the crazy part is it's not weird. It's very normal, and that's the fucked up thing.
No, it's weird that it's normal.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Purple's a good color.
Yeah, dude.
You know what else is a good color? Electrum.
Purple's legit. No, that's not a color, actually.
Yeah, Electrum.
No. I know how we just talked about, hey, indigo's a real color. Electrum's not a color. Knock it off.
Chances that the first thing that comes up when I Google Electrum is Mace Windu.
Of course. It's 100% because there's nothing else that's Electrum.
Electrum is a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver.
What? That's not purple? Are you fucking kidding me? Another purple thing that has a name that's not purple?
Yeah, this is what Electrum looks like.
That's like bronze.
This is like bronze. It looks like bronze.
Fuck you.
Fuck
God,
you,
that's
Windu.
so gross.
Piece of shit. Electrum lightsaber. Let's see. Let's see what their explanation for this is.
Oh, it's just if you take. Oh wait. I have one.
Yeah.
This. I'm giving them an out here. This might not be true. So Electrum is the alloy, right? But what if you like burn Electrum? Maybe an Electrum flame is purple. Because you know how like metals burn with like weird colors sometimes.
Yeah. So that might be true, but it also might be true that it's just bullshit Star Wars thing where Electrum is a type of purple and blue crystal found in the Anoat sector of the galaxy.
Okay, great. Oh no, I need rings! Fuck!
You need rings,
I
dude.
was not paying attention! Nah, I'm fine.
You still need rings.
Nah, I'm fine.
You're like...
I mean, I like... No. I need rings, but like not like crazily
like
urgently, yeah. Get back here. What are you doing, my dude?
Come on, my dude. Someone wanted to know if they used any of the blue sphere levels from Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, it's the blue sphere levels are all 7 from Sonic and Knuckles, all 8 from Sonic 3, and then 17 new ones. Because it's 32 in total, I believe.
Wow.
Wait, no. It might actually just be 24?
It's either 32 or 24. Two numbers that are very close to each other.
Well, it's their multiples of 8, actually. Go fuck yourself, sir.
Well, okay, yeah, so it's either 0 or 100, both multiples of 100.
It is actually... It's because they show you your progress through the blue spheres in a grid that is 1 number by 8. Okay. So I'm just remembering it's either 1 multiple of 8 or a different multiple of 8. Fuck you, and I did just remember it's 32. I hate you so much. Good thing I didn't take that Kratom because I would be murdering you right now.
Kyle's very passionate about multiples of 8.
I mean... In a weird way, I almost am kind of fond of them because so many like computer things are about multiples of 8. You know,
like what?
Like everything. Like, hey, do you know these numbers? 256, 512, 1024, 64, 32. These are all computer numbers. They're all multiples of 8.
Wow, Kyle, you're expanding the world for me.
Thank you. Also, a byte, 8 bits.
Wow.
Blowing your mind right now.
It's all 8s.
Blowing your mind right now.
The whole world is 8s.
Everything
Not
is...
AlexJones.com.
Oh, shit. We thought everything was shapes, but we misheard. Everything is 8s. Check it out, dude. I'm glad that they brought back this Metal Sonic fight, because you know what? The Metal Sonic fight in Sonic CD? Fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's not good enough. It is not good enough for Metal Sonic. It doesn't do him justice.
So this part, I just have to run and avoid him.
Someone asked what Kratom was. Kratom is like a powder, a drug, a legal drug powder that I told Kyle to try because he might have to take a drug test.
Kratom, yes.
Smoke weed.
Kratom is one of those like drugs that's legal because they haven't made it illegal yet, a la salvia. Even though salvia is still legal, and salvia is almost not even a drug because it only lasts for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not a lifestyle drug, is the thing. So this part drove me crazy and still sometimes does.
Wait, who is this other Sonic?
So here's this crazy...
Who's this little guy?
Yeah, right? So what it is when he spin dashes, I can hit him, and then I have to aim him correctly to hit Metal Sonic, but this is the easiest way to do it. But then I also have to dodge Metal Sonic's fucking balls. But then sometimes he doesn't spin dash...
Does that work just by drop dashing?
I don't know. If you're standing in place, spin dashing is easier.
I'm just saying if you have to avoid the balls, it might be easy to jump to avoid it and then drop dash.
I like that. That's a good point. What? I didn't know that could actually hurt me. I've done this 3 times. That's literally never hurt me before.
Huh. Yeah, so I've never done Kratom, but I have heard about it. And when Kyle was like, "I'm sick of not having drugs to do," I was like, "Hey, maybe you should try Kratom."
Oh, by the way, when you told me about it, and hey, this isn't. I realized that oh, you know what? I actually looked this up before I ever tried Kratom. You said that Kratom was a low-level opiate, like an opiate
like
that's
an
not...
opiate.
No, well, you said it was, but that's the thing. It's not an opiate.
No, it's not an opiate. It's just like an opiate.
It's not an opiate, but it...
it triggers opiate receptors.
Yes, it is a opiate receptor agitator, which means that it is actually anecdotally really good for breaking opiate habits.
Yes. I did tell you that.
Yes. That Colin episode of Street Fight I listened to, a guy called in and said that he was an alcoholic to the point of getting sick if he didn't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And he used Kratom to break his alcohol addiction in 5 days.
Wow. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I like this weird highway that they built around this giant egg building.
But you know what bummed me out when I saw this thing was like, oh, it means the giant rings and the special stages aren't the only polygonal thing in this game. It's actually this weird thing right here. So that was Metal Sonic. He done now.
He done now.
He done now.
Just wait till Mecha Sonic shows up.
Hey, what's the chat think about us talking about Kratom?
I don't know.